I'm going live right now. Oh, I started it too early. I'm not even set up in the right place yet. All right, let me sit down. Okay, guys, welcome to the room, which I'm going to be streaming in. Man, you guys cannot get enough of me, can you, if you're watching this right now? This is a live stream, right? This is a live stream. I'm going to go on for a while. Got my water ready for me. Set that down right there. Pull my pants up a little bit because they're starting to fall down. All right, let's get going. More of this. More live streaming. Am I even going yet? I should be going. All right, here we go. So, all right, I'm all settled in. Oh, I gotta share the link to this on my Facebook page and on my Twitter page real quick. So, by the way, if you guys haven't followed me on my Facebook page or my Twitter page, make sure that you find those, and they're in the links of like all my videos. So go ahead and like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter. Basically, it's just for uh, it's just for publishing videos. Right? You'll get a notification if you follow me on those sites. Okay, so I just posted a link. Cool. Now we get to talk to some people. Man, I know that there's so many of you guys watching this right now who have a ton of crap going on in your life, and you just feel depressed, you feel hopeless, you just don't know what to do, you're struggling, and it's those of you who are like that, those of you who are dealing with stuff, that I really don't know what to say. Like, I feel like I should be the guy to know what to say, you know what I mean? But it's so hard for me to like get in that mindset of knowing what to say. So as people start joining in, and I got my glasses all dirty, I'm gonna wipe them off with my shirt real quick. Um, as people start joining, hopefully people will start leaving comments and asking me questions, saying hi, and giving me something to talk about because it is kind of hard for me to figure out what I want to say in these live streams. How do I look without glasses, by the way? Hopefully I look okay. Um, so yeah, hopefully that people will ask me questions and give me stuff to talk about. I really do these live streams because I want to have an opportunity to talk to you guys directly. And if you happen to catch me at a random time when I go live, then you get to talk to me if you feel like it. So looks like we got a few people watching. Nobody's left a comment in the chat yet, which it is open. We can get into any sort of topics that we want to get into. I mean, I could talk about my life. I could talk about you guys, what questions you have for me. We could talk about random stuff. We could talk about deep stuff, serious topics, whatever. I'm probably gonna preach a lot. Like I'm just gonna give you guys my feelings on things on life because life is hard. Life can suck sometimes. You don't know what to do. You know, it's one of the crazy things about life is that you you just get thrown into it, right? You never asked to be born. Next thing you know, you're growing up in a neighborhood and that is totally different than all the different environments that you could grow up in around the world. You grow up, you don't know what you're doing. You have some sort of personality which you're different from every other person on this world, on this earth. And then it's like all the different factors that make you who you are, like you're just given this life and there's so much to do in your life, there's so much things that you could do, but yet there's so many problems, and it just, no matter, you can look at it in a good way, you can look at it in a bad way, like there's something wrong with you, or you can feel like, oh man, there's so many possibilities. So we got a question from FIFA, right? I think I said that. FIFA X Gamer, asking me how old I am. I am 21 years old. Do I look 21? I'm 21, and I am gonna turn 22 in November. All right, so all right, so I thought I would come on here with a little bit of energy, try to keep it as entertaining as I can, but it seems like there's nobody really here to really talk to like this, so um, I guess I'll calm it down a little bit and I'll just be myself. Um, So I'm a little tired just from working. I'm a little tired. Like, I hate working a full-time job, but you gotta do it. You gotta make the money. You gotta pay for your rent and everything. Um, I know most of you guys watching this have either school or work or something, and you're fine. You're like, what's the big deal? It's just work. Yeah, I'm a little bit of a wimp when it comes to some of this stuff. I'm kind of lazy, as I talk about in many of my videos. I talk about not wanting to do stuff. Um, I'm kind of a new do nothingism kind of person. That is actually a problem in my life. Um, which is I just don't like doing stuff, especially if it requires a lot of effort. A lot of it is because I worry about it. I worry about like things not going good. I worry about things going bad and myself looking like an idiot or myself getting into trouble. One of the things that I really have a lot of anxiety with is driving because I feel like while driving, there's an element of driving which is of course the danger of being in this metal box on wheels and so many things can go wrong with your vehicle or other people could crash into you or something. So there's that anxiety just with the life threatening aspect of driving that of course freaks me out a little bit. But it's also there's a social element of driving, which is that behind every wheel of a vehicle is another driver with a mind, and I project in my own mind what other drivers are thinking about me as a driver, and I worry that I'm gonna be a stupid person. Like I worry like I'm gonna pull out in front of somebody on accident. I worry that I'm gonna be that idiot that everybody hates on the road, and it just freaks me out, you know. And so I feel that way at work too. Like by the way, FIFAX Gamer asked me what my job is. It's not really the best job ever. It's just a simple job working somewhere um, that uh, like a production line type of thing. So we got a few people here now, right? We got a few people. We got animated, like science, but animated, saying hello. So hi, and then we have Kyron Kieran, I don't know how to say that, saying hi again. I recognize you from the last stream. And we got Zach saying hey. Hi, Zach. So we got a few people saying hi. Welcome. I thought I would jump on here and do another live stream. I was just kind of in a mood where I wanted to start talking and just express myself, but I didn't really want to record a video because, quite honestly, I enjoy live streaming a lot more than I enjoy recording videos. And um, so, what do I want to talk about? I don't know. Um, I just feel like I want to get on here and talk. You know, let's talk about life. That's like I'm in one of those weird moods. Um, I have a question. It's asking Kenneth, have you read How to Win Friends and Influence People? Do I have that book? I don't believe that I have that book. But it's definitely something that, of course, I've heard about. I'm gonna type it in real quick into Google. I haven't read it. I don't think. I think I might have looked it up a little bit, but I get the idea of it. I mean, I'm at that point where reading some of these books, like most everything that you would hear in it, like I kind of have heard from some other sources, like all combined, and some of them I've even had my own thoughts, very similar to what they are. I think a lot of books like this are very straightforward, and I feel like I've gotten to a place where I understand them easily. Like it's almost like um, not saying that I know what the books are all about already before reading them. Of course, I would have to read it, and of course, reading it would actually make a difference on whether or not I understood what they're talking about. But my point is that a lot of these books I just choose not to read because I feel like there's nothing to gain from them. Uh, I mean, there is, of course, a lot to gain, but I'm talking in circles right now. I apologize. Yeah, it's talking about getting people to like you, knowing how to talk to people, um, being better at speaking, maybe better salesperson. Just looking at the notes on it. Um, I think there's just the idea of like, it's just the idea. Like, let me frame with you that before I haven't read the book, let me tell you what I think about like the whole idea of how to win friends and influence people. There's a certain type of way of being which which enables you to be really friendly, which enables you to every time you encounter someone else, right? This is the idea of building social skills, being more socially dynamic. It's all about how you present yourself, how you sell yourself. You come at somebody every time you're in a situation with someone else, you're coming at them with some sort of a reason for being together. So I think a lot of it is persuasiveness, how to be persuasive, and there's skills that you can learn to be persuasive. There's just the idea of having some sort of a presence, some sort of a power in just the way that you talk to others, the way that you look and appear to them. And I personally don't have all of the ins and outs, all of the little details. I don't have it all like in my head like that I could explain it all. I wish I could give you guys like a how-to tutorial on all the social skills, but it's something that I have had a problem with this as I grew up because I'll say over and over again in these videos, and if you haven't heard me say this yet, I'll say it now. I've always been really shy, really quiet. The one thing that has really been a problem for me in my life is my social skills, is the fact that I've always never known how to talk to people and I never made friends at all. Um, all the social skills and everything you hear about in books like that, um, I've had to learn it by the books. I've had to learn it by listening to people talk about it and reading books like that. In fact, I have a book right here. It's basically the same thing. It's called Dynamic People Skills by Dexter Yeager. I think that's how you say that, right? Okay, right. It's a book on developing dynamic. I don't think it is really the same thing, but it's kind of the same thing, right? It's more of a personal development kind of book and relationships and success and being motivated and overcoming rejection and eliminate negative. I don't even know what it's. I haven't read it. I bought the or I had somebody gave me this book, and I got other books about. Do I have anything else right here? Yeah, right here we got this book. I think I just randomly. I don't know how this book even ended up in my library, but it's a book called. It's really messy. It's dusty on the top. It's called the Definitive Book of Body Language. I don't know if there's any truth to this. This might just all be bullshit. It might not be scientifically proven. I have no idea if it's just a weird like stereotypical book that like makes shit up in it. But it's just about body language. Like my earphones just came out. Wow, I'm an idiot. Okay, actually no, I'm not. I should stop thinking negatively. But I'm wearing earplugs. All right, so what do we got? Sorry guys, I'm full of stuff right now. I'm full of energy. Um, I like your live streams. They're amazing. I like to talk to you. That's awesome. Thank you so much for being here. Zach saying, any advice for high school? Any advice for high school? Um, eh, since I don't know you, I don't know what your experience is like in high school. I can't say I have any direct advice, but I can talk to you about my experience in high school. My experience in high school was that I didn't really have any friends. It was hard for me to get along with people. In fact, it's not just something that was in high school. It's something that just is. High school for me, I thought like, oh, this is just how I am in high school. But what I realized is that the way that I was in high school, especially with how socially awkward I was and how I separated myself from everyone else. I realized it wasn't just high school. Like that is me. That is like who I am. So I think use high school as an experience to learn as much as you can. Use high school as an ability to access different people that you won't be able to access later in your life. Use it to join groups and get some experiences doing things that you want to do. Just try out different things so you have a basic understanding of different subjects, whether it's athletics or if it's scientific things or if it's groups or clubs, social activism, whatever you are into, get into it. And remember that when high school is over, you're going to look back at it as being meaningless. Like, so what? I went to high school, now I got real stuff to deal with as an adult, which is the mindset you have as an adult, right? Your mindset as an adult is that high school is just child's play, right? But really, when you're in high school, when you're actually in the middle of the time period where you actually are that young, which I'm only a few years out of high school, what I realized is that high school at every single age of your life, it's not even just high school. At every single age of your life, you're given the opportunity to work on yourself. You're given the opportunity to learn, to build skills, to get better at something, to come to an understanding of who you are, what you like to do, what you don't like to do, what you're good at, what you're not good at. And if you don't take every single moment of your life seriously, but also having fun while you're in it. I mean, I wish I did that. I needed to have way more fun. I still need to have way more fun. I'm a complete I'm a complete what do you call it? Like somebody who doesn't have fun. Like I'm boring, right? I think that's the word for it. So, okay, I got so much to say right now. I have so much to say. I gotta be careful. Okay, it's a great book. It's been helping me out a lot. Yes, awesome. I'm glad that you like those books. Okay. What's your opinion on overprotective parents? That's a good question. I'm not really sure. I think that overprotective parents, I think there's definitely a if they are truly overprotective, then it's not good because if you're too protective, that means that the child of those parents who are overprotective will not know how to actually be independent because their parents are doing everything for them. They're not letting them do things. They're not letting their kid explore or whatever, right? So that means that the child is the one who is going to have the consequences of the parents, right? The parents help foster and create an experience for the kid growing up. I don't know much about parenting because I'm not a parent myself. My understanding is this: if you have not enough discipline as a parent, your kid potentially now it all depends on the child too. It all depends on the teenager or whatever, whoever it is. It all depends on who you are. It's a relationship, right? It, you know, in some cases it works out, in other cases it doesn't. It's just completely variables on who the parents are, on who the kid is. But for the most part, my personal opinion on it is that since I'm an independent person, I want to do things for myself. Um, I really, as growing up, I definitely would not want to have parents that are like that. Okay, all right. Social skills, my problem too. I feel ya. Hi Brooklyn, how's it going? Thanks for joining. And then Wesley, I just caught you. Thanks for leaving a comment in the chat. Um, sorry if I'm coming off as really annoying. I just really like your vids and feel for you, and I just like to be able to interact. That's fine. I love it. I love the fact that all of you guys are um, taking a moment to just say hi to me, and you don't have to stay for the whole stream at all. For sure, I get it. I'm not the most entertaining person out there. That's fine. But your questions, your comments, they mean a lot to me, and sometimes I can answer the questions in a way which I'm happy and satisfied with. Other times, I just have to kind of make up something. But I'm genuinely interested in what you guys have to say. I'm genuinely interested in the fact that you guys are here. I recognize like at this point, 75% of you guys who come in here in the live stream in the chat. Um, I recognize you guys because there's only a handful of people in every live stream, and um, so yeah, cool, awesome. What kind of stuff would you guys like me to talk about, maybe on the channel? What kind of stuff would you like me to talk about during these live streams? Whatever. Um, I want to make sure that I'm listening to you guys. I want to make sure that I'm able to do something good with what time I have in front of a camera. So I'm in a weird mood right now. Like I was really tired and I felt like I wanted to just go to sleep, but then I was like, I gotta wait. I gotta wait until it's about 9 o'clock p.m. here before I go to sleep. I can't just go to sleep right now. I still have 2 hours, 2.5 hours left. Then I can go to sleep. But I was like, what do I do? I was like just watching TV, watching YouTube, um, and I was like, I don't want to sit here and just watch YouTube for 2 hours straight. I want to talk to somebody. Who am I going to talk to? I have no one that I can just call up and talk to. So I'm like, hey, here we go. Advice on trying to feel content on where you are in life. Advice on trying to feel content on where you are in life. Okay, I just repeated that. Riga Doomer. I don't know how to say that. I'm sorry. Sub, haven't been here for a long while. I don't remember you, but thank you so much for being here. I'm glad that you are at least joining right now. Okay, so feeling content where you are in life. Um, the thing to remember about how you feel about where you're at in your life is that there's this is the way that I look at it. This might not be the way that everybody looks at it or the way that everybody should look at it, but the way that I look at it is where you are at in your life. There's always the possibility to think about where you're at in your life as being just awful. You can always feel like there's something wrong with where you're at. You can always feel like you have the worst life ever. You can always feel like the problems are too hard that you're not going to be able to deal with them. You can always feel like you didn't do enough. There's always the possibility that you can feel crappy in your life. And for someone like me, I've struggled with this feelings of like everything's wrong. I suck at everything. My life sucks. I could be doing better right now. Why am I not doing better? What I've come to learn is that it's just a matter of perspective. It's just a matter of how I perceive it. I put in enough, I do my best. I do my best in my life to make it as good as I can. I do my best in my life to pay attention for opportunities that could help me out and make my life better. The thing I've learned is that I can't control everything. So if I don't have a lot of people in my life that I can call friends, I think about, well, why did that happen? Why don't I have so many? Why am I like so lonely? Why don't I have enough money? Why don't I have people that I like to be like? What's wrong? And I realize that most of the things that I think about that I don't like about my life, I realize that there is something that I can at least do about it. Like I might not be able to change everything. Like, oh, okay, everything's great. That was a terrible finger snap. I can't just be like, okay, my life is awesome now. Um, right. So I can't just instantly make it better. But I do remember that I do have some amount of responsibility for my life. Right. Like I can't just leave it all up to chance. If I leave it all up to chance, what's going to happen to it? Right? I'm not just playing the lottery. This is my life. I'm going to take control of it. And sometimes you have to remember that. Like a lot of times in my life, I'm like just sitting back on the couch and I'm like, man, when's my life going to get good? Hey, why don't I get up and do something about it? Right? So, but there's this other part, which is that, hey, you realize that you try to do what you can in your life to make it as good as you can. And then you're tallying up and you're marking up how good your life is. And you're like, man, I did my best, but I'm not a Kim Kardashian. Not like I would want to be a Kim Kardashian. I'm just talking to all you girls out there. Um, but like, who would I want to be like, right? Some of these big YouTubers that I really like, I really enjoy them. So I gotta remember that I can't expect to be a millionaire. I can't expect to be like super famous and rich and popular. Like that's not me, right? I have to remember who I am. And so I think a lot of this is just about your expectations that you have and your perspective and willingness to accept what you have in your life. Is it always the right thing to accept your life the way it is? I don't know. I mean, sometimes it's not. Sometimes you're like, hey, this is unacceptable the way that my life is going. I have to change something. And then you try. There's not much that I can say because it's not definitive. It's not a definitive like, hey, you're gonna be all right in your life, like because maybe you're not. But it's having that awareness of what's going on and knowing when to take a certain course of action or whatever. So, all right, I need to read your guys' comments. Wesley, when I started watching this live, you said that you have this energy to make. It makes me happy that you keep doing it. All right, awesome. And then we got Kristen here from Like Kristen. Awesome to have you here, Kristen, at least for stopping by. And saying hi. Thank you so much for at least stopping by. For those of you guys who are watching this right now and you don't know who Kristen is a YouTuber, and she's got a pretty big audience now. She's been growing like crazy. I don't even know where it's at. Somewhere in the 20,000 something subscribers. Mental health, awesome person. I think she's really cool. She's got a lot to say. She's a great YouTuber. Then we got Rohima. I think that's how you say that, saying I have nobody to talk to. Like literally, I've had to keep it all in, and now I feel like my head is going to explode. What do I do? Um, uh, Sorry, I'm like reading your guys' comments and trying to remember what I was gonna say about that comment. Okay, so I know I get like that too. Actually, like to be honest with you, there are moments where I feel like I really don't have anybody to talk to. I mean, hey, you get to talk to me right now, and I think that's awesome. Like you get to chat. Um, And then Kristen says, listening to you as I procrastinate on homework. You should probably do your homework, honestly. That's probably pretty important, but feel free to do whatever you want. Brooklyn says, everything just clicked. Thank you. I needed that. I mean, I do my best to just rant and just let it all out, share what I'm thinking about. Sometimes it makes sense, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I know what I'm talking about, sometimes I don't. Um, I think it's really up to you, like as the person watching this, as the person who's like listening to like all the crazy things that I say. Like I think it's important that you are able to dismiss and be skeptical of everything I say. Like it's kind of your responsibility to listen to the stuff that I say and determine for yourself whether it makes sense to you in your life, because there's not always a right or a wrong in a lot of situations. Like that's the way that I feel. Like I might be wrong in saying that. But I feel like sometimes for some people, like it just clicks. It just makes sense when you hear something. You're like, man, you know what? That person was right. I do need to just work harder and everything will be fine. Sometimes people hear like, hey, just work harder, and they're like, hey, why is this person trying to tell me to work harder? I'm working as hard as I can. Like, how about the person who's giving that advice just needs to shut up? So sometimes the same advice that one person gives, two different people can take it two different ways. So I just try to think about the fact that there's like what 10 people watching this right now. All 10 of you guys are from different places in the world. You guys, all 10 of you are different ages. Some of you guys are guys, some of you guys are girls. All of you guys could be different. So it's having to really think about like just the general type of thing that I want to say. All right, so what do we got here? Um Even though you may not have a huge number of subscribers, you're the only YouTuber that actually has an impact on my life, and you're awesome that I can relate to. Thanks. Well, that was really nice. Like that's just a really nice comment that makes me feel really good, actually. But hopefully, there's more people out there that are like me that are actually trying to help. I mean, it makes me feel good to think that I can help other people, but I'll take it. I'll take it. You know what? I'm gonna stop talking. I'll take it. Unruly, welcome back. It's been a while. Saying hi. We got Zach. Do you live in the U.S.? Yes, I do live in the U.S. I live in Michigan. Brooklyn. Hi, Brooklyn. All right. So, I don't know where to go from here. It's been 28 minutes, guys. It's been 28 minutes. Um, this is the Kenny Stahl live show. That's what I'm calling this, right? I uploaded the last live stream on August 28th, and I called it Kenny Stahl Live 28th August. So I'm gonna share this one on my channel, and it's gonna be called Kenny Stahl Live 1st of September. So it's just gonna be my new show, right? My new live show. All right. So we got some people from London. Yeah, where's everybody from? I get people from all over, right? Right on cue, that comment comes up in the chat. Where does everyone else live? How has things been? I'll tell you how things have been. Things have been. I feel this is the honest truth. Okay, thank you for asking that question. That is a really good question. How have things been? Such a simple question, but it actually is something that I wanted to talk about. We got Finland. Awesome. Welcome or hi from Finland. How are you doing? Um, I feel like my life just got a reset. I feel like I just hit a reset button and now things are different for me. And let me explain. I got a new job, so it's just kind of weird. Different hours. I got to wake up early now instead of working third shift over the night. Um, I I I'm still living in the same place, but I'm choosing to buy this place instead of rent it because it's cheap and I can pay it off in a couple years or so. And at that point, after I pay off this place in 2 years or 3 years or 4 years, then I can choose to either stay here or hopefully buy a house. Like I can't wait to be able to buy a house, but I know that's gonna take a while for me to actually be able to buy a house. We got Brazil. All right, we got all sorts of different places. Oh, I see so many people coming back on the stream that I recognize. Thank you guys all for being here. Like I said, like 75% of you guys I recognize. I wish I knew everybody's first name. Well, I kind of know most people. And we got Amy back again from England. Wow, man. You guys are starting to become the regular people on the show. I'm gonna have to give you guys something. I wish I had. I can't like just give you guys stuff. I wish I had stuff to like just like thank you. Like I'm gonna shower you guys with money. Everybody here gets money. Just kidding. I don't. I can't do that. I don't have money. But hey, um, you guys are like the best subscribers in the world. Like just for being here in the live stream. Um, so I don't know what to talk about now. It is 6:47 where I am at. The United States Eastern Time. Um, do you do these live chats regularly? This is my first time here. By regularly, do you mean often or unscheduled? No, there is no schedule for this. I basically just do them whenever I feel like it. Like for example, today, um, I decided I want to do a live stream, and 5 minutes later, I started up this live stream. So that was 5 minutes before I started the stream was when I decided that I wanted to do a stream. So it happens just impulsively, like most things in my life. In fact, pretty much all of my videos are impulsive. Um, I really need to get better at planning ahead of time and following a schedule, but it's just not me. All right. Yes, I would love to just give everybody money. If you give money, you get money, and everybody gets money. Will you be uploading this stream like the other stream? Yes, I will be uploading this one. It will be going up hopefully shortly after it ends, however long it takes YouTube to process it. Last time it took a little while for YouTube to process the video, which is just how it works now. Did any of you guys see all this stuff going around? If you follow a certain type of channel, you might be seeing stuff going on right now, which is like, oh, YouTube's new terms where you can't make any videos that are not advertiser friendly. I think that's just like gonna be a problem. Like there's always money involved. Like YouTube is turning into TV now. Like the one thing that you like about YouTube is that you can just be yourself. You can swear, you can talk about whatever you want to talk about, where you can't do that on TV because of censorship. And now it just seems like they're censoring with money because money always gets involved. Mac or PC? I use a PC. I don't have a Mac. I don't honestly, it doesn't make a difference to me. Money always changes everything. Like money, once money gets involved in business and anything, it always like determines what happens and what doesn't happen. Like that's the crappy thing about the world that we live in. The crappy thing about the world that we live in is that money makes things happen and it also prevents things from good things. There's so many good things that could happen in the world, but they never get done because the people who have all the money, all the rich folks, they don't spend the money on the stuff that's good, right? You could be the poorest person in the world, have the best idea, and not be able to do anything about it because you just don't have money, and it sucks. Do you have any siblings? So yes, I do have siblings. All of my siblings are younger than me, so I am the oldest, but it's split, right? Because my mom and my dad, they do not live together. They have never lived together in the course of my life. I was born, right? My mom got pregnant, and they said, "Hey, this relationship isn't going to work out." So my whole life, I've been going back and forth from my mom's house to my dad's house. So my mom had three other kids after I was born, or after I was older, right? So my sister is 16 right now, and then my other sister is, oh, I got to think about this, almost 14, and then my brother is 11 right now, or almost 11. And then my dad had two other kids. He got remarried. I have a stepmom, and his kids, meaning my brother and my sister, are 13, 13, and 11, 12, 12. It's got to be 12. No, it's 13. No, or it's 11 and 13. Okay, sorry guys. How long did it just take me to think about how old my brothers and sisters are? It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Took me like half this video is gonna be me trying to do math in my head, trying to remember all their birth years and everything. All right. Um, did you play any sports or anything like that in your childhood? Yes. I kind of played sports. I played baseball as a little kid in Little League. I got cut from the team when I was in ninth grade. So, how old was I in ninth grade? Like 13, 14. I didn't make the team, so I ran track. I did sprints. I jumped over hurdles occasionally. I did long jump. I, I was also on um, oh, what do you call it? The bowling team. Bowling is my sport. Like rolling the ball down the lane and knocking over the pins. That's me. Really good at it. To my best game is 254, something like that. Um, what else do we got? I did play European football, American soccer, right? I did play that as a little kid. Um, what else? That's about it. It's not even just European, is it? It's just regular football. It's just regular. It's not even Europe. I don't know why I said that. I hate saying that. I want to say soccer, but I know most of you guys aren't from the U.S., so I gotta say football. It's just so confusing. Like I just wish that it was just football, and then American football could be called something else. Whatever. I'm gonna stop talking about that. I don't like talking about that. So we got Amy saying I'm an only child. I actually feel like an only child just because I'm the only child from my two parents, but there's such an age gap between me and my siblings. It was always weird growing up because I never really connected with my siblings because they were always younger than me while I was like in school learning about science and stuff like that and taking English classes and everything. My siblings and uh, were playing with baby toys. So it was kind of a difficult thing to be able to get along with them. But anyway, do I see them often? Kind of, not really. Does your family watch your YouTube videos? I don't know. I don't talk to them about it really, hardly. Actually, when I started making videos, I actually started making videos when I was really young, probably 2011, maybe 2010. But I did it on a different channel. So I had a different YouTube channel, and it was so stupid. It was the thing about it is I would record videos whenever people were gone. Like since I was still living with my parents, I would really try to hide the fact that I was recording videos. So it was a secret. I was secretly recording videos talking about stuff like I do in my regular videos here that you guys watch. And I would do it when everybody was gone, when everybody had to leave. They were at work, they were going to the store, I was home alone. And then I would upload it to this channel, which was back in 2011 or whatever. And um, when my dad found out, he got mad and he told me that nobody was going to record a video in his house and put it on the internet. So I was not allowed to do it. but he didn't really control me because I did it at my mom's house, so my mom didn't care. I didn't tell my mom either, but it's just kind of a weird thing. So even after I was out of my dad's house, moved on, went to college and everything, and was doing YouTube videos still, knowing that he wasn't really accepting of at the beginning, I just never really felt like talking to him about it. I never really wanted to share with him what it was about. He did end up, of course, watching my videos and finding out about them, but it was really awkward, and he doesn't get why I do it. I mean, he does now, but it's very hard for him to understand it, and he sees it as me having a problem, because I talk about depression and I talk about having social anxiety. I talk about feeling really bad about my life and hating it. So he's like, he sees it as, he's always trying to get me to, go to counseling, which I have. He's always pushing me to do. He's looking out for me, but I wish he just really understood my YouTube channel a little bit better and the potential that my YouTube channel has. Like, I wish that people in my family understood why I'm doing this and where I want to go with it. It's really because I want to use this as an opportunity to share my life, to share how much I grow, to share what I learn, to tell you guys how I'm doing, and to talk to you guys like I am now, and establish relationships, and then hopefully establish relationships as I get more popular with other people who have YouTube channels. So it's kind of a cool thing. All right, so what do we got? Uh, let's see. Reading your comments. Do you use Reddit? No, I really don't use Reddit. Your Savior link says, "I love you, Kenny, and would you recommend a therapist?" I mean, would I recommend a therapist? Yeah, I would say definitely go see somebody, especially if you have symptoms that maybe it's a good idea. Listen, I mean, if somebody says that, hey, you should probably go see somebody, I would, like your friends or family, if they told you that, they're probably looking out for you and they probably see something that maybe you don't see. I would go. Just go. Like, there's so many reasons why I could help you. The problem that I have with it is that it can get expensive, and that's the reason really why I don't do it, is because I don't have money to pay for like going to see a psychologist or something. I wish I could, but at this point, when I did, I don't think I went and saw somebody that was really good and understood me. And like, you got to have the right person. I feel like somebody who knows what they're doing, somebody that gets along with you. So it's very hard to like find someone that is actually going to help you. And I feel like I just came across somebody who didn't help me. I mean, I personally am of the mindset which is that I want to fix it myself. Like, I want to help myself out. So I'm really into like personal, like self taking care of myself, like learning on my own, which is a good thing. You should always be doing that. That is, I mean, ultimately it's your life, it's your responsibility. Do what you can. But there's so much value in professional help. I mean, there's so much value in people who actually know what they're talking about. Not me. Like, if you guys are watching me right now, like, I'm just a guy sharing my life and talking. Like, I just talk a lot for you guys. But, I mean, there might be some good things that I say, but not everything is going to be right. So I think that, I mean, I wish I could still see some. It's so hard for me to, like, find a person that can actually help me and that I actually feel comfortable with, and plus it costs money. So because of that, yeah, yeah. Jamie saying hi. I just got here. Hello, Jamie. Thanks for watching. Question: are you on Instagram? I don't use Instagram. I have an Instagram account if you want to follow me. Kenny Stahl, KENNYSTAHL. There are currently 0 pictures on it. 0. Um, I I don't know. I wish I had my phone on me right now. I could open it up. Um, I don't think I'm really gonna use it. I also have a Snapchat called Stahl Kenneth, STAHL Kenneth, KENNETH. But just like Instagram, I don't use it. I have a Facebook, I have a Twitter, but I really don't use those either. So what is the point in being connected to me on any of those social media websites or apps? I have no idea. I really have no idea. Do you know MBTI? No, I do not. But thank you for asking and thank you for joining the stream. Would you say to your grade 10 self? What would you say to your grade 10 self? I kind of talked about that when I talked about the high school thing, but it would kind of be don't think too much. Have fun. Try to have fun more. Because that was me. Like I thought too much. I was in my head a lot. I wouldn't know how to have fun. I would say try new things. Don't waste time. I don't know, basic stuff like that. It would make sense. Like if I heard it said, like that's why I really like. For me, I like those little sayings like, "Hey, be positive," or "Hey, try, do your best," "Don't worry," or "Hey," like just little phrases like that. Roman Atwood, smile more, right? I like little phrases like that because they make sense to me. And some people are like, yeah, duh. No, duh. Be positive. Yeah, no, duh. Work harder. Yeah, no, duh. Smile more, right? Like, some people, it's like, yeah, no, duh. Why would you say that? Like, it's just kind of a stupid little saying. To me, it makes sense. And to me, I need that reassurance, that I need that I need to hear like a little something. I can't if I'm if I leave it up to myself to just live my life without any like influences from other people to like encourage me, I might not always do the best job. Or I need motivation, right? Okay, so what do we got here? I feel like I'm losing my magic here. I'm losing my uh my good train of thought. Okay, that's the same reason why I don't see anybody. Oh, and do you read self help books? Yeah, of course I read self help books. I have a lot of self help books. My favorite one, I actually don't have it here with me because I have it out by my couch where I read it. But um, I don't really know if I have any good self help books right here next to me. But do you like The Walking Dead? Yes, actually, I do like The Walking Dead. I'm not. I don't really feel like I want to watch any more of it. I'm kind of done with it. But I watched. I think every season up till now. I feel uncomfortable around others, and sometimes the advice I get from others is not helpful at all. Yep, that's about right. Um, Thank you for making videos. You're welcome. Thank you so much for watching these videos. What do you think about porn? Do you think it has an impact on social life? Um, I don't know. I think that porn is really addictive to people. I mean, I've struggled with porn in my life. Recently, though, it's like it's a thing that everybody does, right? Like every guy I can at least say watches porn, and I actually discovered porn when I was 12 or 13, and to kind of discover like internet porn, like videos like that at such a young age, like it became a normal thing. And I think that's the problem. The problem with it is that when you watch porn, when you look at any sort of pornographic materials, and you get so much out of it. Like it it's really crazy because like it makes you feel like that's normal. Like it's normal to just click on a porn website all the time. And I had a problem with it. And no, I mean it is totally unrealistic. Like it makes you think about sex more than what you should. And I think once like for me once I stopped like get being addicted to it, because I would say I'm not addicted to it, but like once I stopped watching it like every day or every week or every however long I watched it, like I didn't I wasn't as like possessed by it, and it's a good thing, because you get to focus on the good things, the important things, the things that matter in your life. So yeah, I mean, if you're struggling with that, I mean, just try not to, just try to give yourself other things to do. I like the problem that I had was that, like I said, I'm a bum when it comes to I'm lazy. Like I sit around all day and watch YouTube. I sit around all day and I watch TV. I don't have an active life. I don't. I There's a large period of time where I didn't have a job, especially right after I dropped out of college. I moved in with my mom in her basement for a year without a job. I was 18 and I didn't go to college. It was like I was just living there, and I would spend. This is when I had the most heavy depression that I had. And during that time, I literally just sat at home in bed all day because I was depressed. I had no motivation. I didn't have a job. I didn't have anything to do. I had no friends. Nothing. My life was completely a mess, and just it was awful. Like, to be honest with you, like I would do nothing all day from the time I woke up to the time I went to bed. Didn't leave the house. Pretty much just watched YouTube all day or Netflix or TV. So it's very easy if you're living that kind of a lifestyle, a couch potato kind of a lifestyle, to just click on a porn video whenever you feel like it. And that's what I had a problem with. Especially, now I have a job. I have, only a few hours, you get home from school or work or whatever you do, and you got stuff to do. You got to go run some errands. You have to, maybe catch up on your YouTube or maybe catch up on your TV shows, and then you got to go to bed. You don't have time for it. Like, right? Like any kind of addiction that you have, you just got to make time for other stuff. Put it out of your schedule. Easier said than done, but it's a thought, right? It's a thought. Now, again, this goes back to the whole thing. Maybe this makes sense to you, maybe it doesn't. I'm not the person that you should be listening to about this kind of stuff. I'm just a guy who doesn't really know what I'm talking about. So there's really no advice there. But if you can find something in there that makes sense to you, good. If you can't, hey, sorry for wasting a few moments of your time. Um, what are your top three favorite self-help books? Top three, for me, I have no idea actually. There's some really good books. I think it depends what you're trying to do. I mean, there's books that help you with your social skills. There's books that help you with depression. Books that help you with there's money, personal finance. There's physical health and wellness, nutrition. There's honestly, don't ask me. Like, I don't have any favorites. Do I read fiction books? No, I'm really more of a serious kind of. I mean, like, I get all of my fiction from movies, all my stories. Like, I just honestly, it's hard for me to read. It's just so easier just to watch something. But I wish I could just sit down and read, but I can't. Crime books sound cool though. I mean, yeah. I mean, you're saying that reading those books helps you stop worrying and overthinking for a while. I mean, yeah. I mean, sometimes you just got to get your mind off of something, whatever you're thinking about, and occupy your time with whatever. So I'm glad that you could at least find something that you could do that with. Unruly, talking about a lot of porn stuff, saying that um, there's like a whole thing that's cool. But I mean, it's not cool, but I'm reading it. I'm like, it's cool that you're sharing it. Thank you for sharing stuff like that. It's interesting. Where do you see yourself in 3 months from now? 3 months from now, same place, same exact place, nowhere new. Try reading Sharon Bolton book. I've never heard of who that is. Sounds something I should probably check out. How do you know that you have depression? I really don't want to label myself as someone who is depressed, but good question. I struggle with that now because um, I know for a fact that a few years ago I struggled with depression. I know for a fact that a few years ago I felt hopeless. I would just have no energy. I would spend all day just lying in bed. I would not eat. I would have trouble. I would oversleep. I would cry all the time over everything, being really sensitive. I would just feel like life was meaningless. There's no hope for me in my life. Everything I did in my life was wrong. Uh, I mean, there's different symptoms for different people, right? I mean, I can't diagnose you with it. Uh, I would not recommend just diagnosing yourself. I went in. I actually saw somebody who was a professional psychologist, and he gave me some sort of weird test, or I talked to him a little while, and he came out saying, "Yeah, you're depressed. You have like a mild form of depression, or a moderate form of depression. Excuse me." To my understanding, it went mild, moderate, and then severe. And I did not go to the severe depression. I had like a moderate depression. But yeah, I mean, as time went on, I mean, I would definitely find myself being depressed for like short periods of time, but then all of a sudden things would be fine. And it was really confusing. Like, I didn't know if I was depressed anymore or not. Had I gotten better on my own or not? Like, right now, at this point in time in my life, like, I'm not depressed right now. And I can't say that I am depressed because I feel fine, right? I don't, but I definitely got this thing where, yeah, at any moment, it can just hit me and out of nowhere, and I don't know why. I'm just so I worry that I can fall back into a depression anytime because I don't take care of myself. So for me, it's for me the goal for myself is to try to figure out how to get to a state of mind and a state of being where I'm not feeling hopeless, where I'm not lacking energy, where I'm not depressed, where I'm not like that. And I think a lot of it is routine, what you're doing throughout your day, your habits and everything. Um, so for me, it's all about figuring out how to get to that place and then how to stay there. So like right now I'm good. Right now I'm not depressed. Right now everything is fine. I don't like the lighting. The whole light over here, go away, right? Um so for me the trick is just maintain what I've got. All right, what do we got? Um Zach is asking, have you ever tried any drug, weed, etc.? Yeah, I've tried weed before. I've drank a few times. I don't really like drinking. I don't really like smoking weed either. I tried it like how many times did I try it? Like twice. It wasn't really that good for me. Do you think social media is contributing to the mental health problems as in teens and young adults? Social media, I don't know. Like I don't know what constitutes mental health. I would say social media is definitely affecting self-esteem, how you feel about yourself. Here, let's go this way. Here, let's go this. We'll go into the corner, right? I'll come into the corner here. Um, seeing everybody's life 24/7. Everybody only posts the good stuff about themselves, right? People people will share when they got their new car, when they got their new boyfriend or girlfriend, right? Like everybody always shows their relationship on social media as being the best thing ever. And then you look at like your relationship and you're like, man, we're arguing all the time. We're having all these moments. Things aren't going this well. And you're like, man, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with my relationship? Everybody posts stuff about the time they went on that trip somewhere. And you're like, man, what's wrong with my life? Why do I hate my life? Why do I hate myself? Because everybody's posting the best moments of their life, the highlights of their life. They're not showing you on social media at the time. I mean, most people, sometimes people do, but most of the times people don't show the shitty moments in their life that really suck. So there's a perception that your life should be a certain way. There's a perception that your life should be all rainbows and sunshine and pretty flowers and kisses and hugs. And it's not always like that. So when reality sets in and you realize that life is hard, when you realize that, you know, everything's not just going to be given to you that you want, it definitely it definitely gives people a bad perception and it gives you the idea that maybe there's something wrong with you. So people's self-esteems suffer. All right. I've said that so many times. I'm going to probably say it over and over and over again. Do you think so? Okay, yeah. What was the best moment of your life? Big question. I got to think about that one. I don't know. What's your favorite movie? Favorite movie? I don't know. There's so many good ones. I really don't have a good one for you. I'm sorry. Um, Social media is definitely affecting my self esteem as a teen. Yeah, yeah. I mean, growing up with social media, it's got to be something different than what things used to be. I it's just this. I mean, social media. Like, think about it. We're on social media, right? YouTube is social media, right? Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram. It's all social media. I mean, it's just we're addicted to social media, and I I'm starting to become a person who really likes non-social media connected activities, like real life, like let's go outside, let's climb a tree, or let's do something outside, go for a walk, go for a run, wrestle a bear. I don't know, not really that one. Forget about that last one. Play outside in the rain. When's the last time that I went outside in the rain and just like enjoyed getting poured on? Like, who does that in real life anyway? Like, I want to do that. Like, can I say that I want to do that? Is that normal? Is that a thing of normal people? I don't know. I'm not. Forget I said that then. All right, probably not normal. I want to, I want to do stuff. I don't want to sit around all day watching. I'm starting to become. I've lived so many hours, so many days and years of my life doing nothing, sitting at home watching TV and YouTube and stuff. That it's kind of driving me crazy. And now I really want to get outside and get away from everything. So, all right, moving on. It's been an hour. I've been talking for an hour straight now, and I feel like I need to end the stream soon. But there's 15 people here, so I don't know. All right. We got a comment that says, I can't talk to my friends and family about my depression because I don't want to feel like a burden on them. I mean, what I've learned is that you have to talk to somebody. Like, there has to be somebody there who will listen to you, and if you feel like you're a burden on them, it's probably um, just you thinking that. It's not probably true. Like, most likely, people are going to be willing to listen. Like, that is a problem to feel like, hey, there's something wrong with you, you're going to be a burden. If you keep thinking like that about everything, how do you ever expect to get better? How do you ever expect to um, connect with other people, or how do you ever expect to make something good happen if you always feel like you're always the thing that's making everything wrong? So that belief that there's something wrong with you, or that everything that involves you is somehow going to be worse, it's just you not feeling good about yourself. It's you feeling like there's something wrong with the way you are. Depression is a normal thing. Not saying it's a good thing, not saying depression is something where you want to be, but it is a normal thing. It happens, and when it happens, it's like you just got to deal with it. You got to help yourself, and don't be afraid to help yourself. If there's one thing that's going to make you look like a good person, if there's something that's going to make you seem like a responsible person who is actually someone who's thinking clearly and someone who's thinking straight, if you want to be perceived as someone with a good brain in your head, get help for depression. Get help if you struggle with something mental health related, because it's going to make people look at you like, man, this person really cares about themselves. This person cares about their own life, their own mental health, that they're actually taking the responsibility to get help from someone else. And they're not scared to talk to somebody about it. I mean, don't you want to feel good about yourself? I mean, don't be ashamed to do the right thing. Don't be ashamed to do the right thing if it's going to make you a better person, if it's going to make your life better. So, yeah. What do we got? Um, Social media is the only way to escape from real life because at the moment it sucks. I can understand that. I mean, social media is definitely escape, and so I mean, it's okay. It's not like bad entirely, but I mean, I can see some of the problems that it might have. When you think about the consequences, like, hey, what is this doing to my life if this is all I do is sit around and engage in social media? You just got to ask yourself, what is the result of this? And if you can think about it yourself, come to your own conclusion about how much time you should be spending with social media or anything in your life. Um, I haven't commented in a while. Just thought I'd say I'm still here and loving the stream. Awesome. I'm glad that you're still here and I'm glad that you're enjoying the stream. What time is it right now? I might have to end the stream soon. It has been over an hour, and I don't want to make this too long. Um, let's see. So I got to tell you guys that I am just really happy with the ability to do these live streams and to be able to actually interact with many of you guys. And by the way, welcome back, Unruly. Hopefully your internet is not messing up anymore. Um, I really am just happy that you guys are here. Like I feel connected to some of you. I feel close. Like just like I don't know what your faces look like. I don't know who you are. I don't know where you're from. I don't know what your life is like. I mean, you guys can tell me all you want, but I mean, there's no face to face connection, and um, there's something about just being able to chat with you guys. There's something about just being able to, you know, see your usernames and read your comments that it really does just make me feel good. It does. It does make my day, and I really feel uh, great to be able to have this opportunity to be able to do this. So thank you guys so much for being here. I think I'm gonna end it there. Just saying thank you. Just saying that I appreciate you guys as subscribers to this channel. And I thank you for entertaining, you know, me. Um, all right. So Zach says, "Would you ever give up technology for a whole month?" Gosh, my nose is stuffy. Would I ever give up technology for a month? Probably not. Maybe someday, but yeah. And we got all that makes me feel good. Awesome. And all right. The video's just going to screw up a little bit. We got Wesley saying, "I feel better after watching your videos and live streams." That's good. Thank you. I hope that you guys feel good after watching them. I hope that the videos can do something for you. So they do something for me. Hopefully they do something for you. Sometimes it's just good to talk. It's just good to get things out. And that is what it does for me. For me, just being able to not hold all my thoughts in, being able to release it, say hi to you guys, answer questions, communication going back and forth. That feels good for me. So, um, yeah, and for you guys, hey, you get the chance to talk to me. I mean, you watch my videos, so now you get to actually hear me answer your questions or say hi to you directly or whatever. And it's good. It works out. So, um, glad we got that taken care of. It sounds like we're at a great place to end. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. So, bye. Unruly by Rohima, by Evangela, yes, I think I said that right, by Amy, by Wesley, by Bayan, by Kieran, by Zach, by Tyler. Do I do gaming live streams? No. By Amy, by Nana, and all right, we're gonna end there. All right, sorry if I missed you.